Yeah, I know.
Preview.
Yeah.
That.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? Good people, much love and respect to all my people out there across the United States, salute, and around the fucking world. Wherever you're at, I hope you are having a great day. It is I, the fuck Trump car. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are like, you haven't been online lately. I know I haven't. I'm absent purposely. I'm enjoying myself. I think everybody needs to take a moment of time away from social media.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, and step back a little bit. Enjoy the world. The weather's fucking warming up. Go outside. Go on a nature hike. Do something. I know what I'm doing. Hope you guys are doing something similar. And, we're talking about an important topic tonight. And when I'm talking with Robin directly right here. Say hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin.
Yes. And we're talking about lowering veteran suicide. 22 a day. How do we feel as if we're doing right now? Robin, how do you feel that we're doing for veteran suicide?
Well, we heard on the summit last night at the movie preview that the statistics are not changing.
No.
They're, from 22 to 18, it's not enough.
No, it's not.
It may look like it's going down, but the whole thing about the pharmaceutical drugs, that was one of the things that prompted the film. Because when you put cannabis in play with treatment, then you can let go of some of the other drugs. The guys in the film said, they just are trying to give us drugs to keep us stupid and fat and lazy.
Yeah.
And so the Green Revolution is here. They did change the scheduling.
Yeah, but that really
We're moving
does.
slowly forward, but the psychedelic community is moving much faster.
Yeah, the psychedelic. But one thing I like to also say about the psychedelic thing, I think they have. No worries on this side, people.
Honey, I'm listening with Jeremy. Is it after bedtime already? Okay. Oh, wow.
Joe Mama, how you doing? Cheers.
Hey, try to tell me before you go to bed.
It's good stuff.
Thank you. Would you? Yeah, before you go to bed. Yeah. Okay.
So, Joe Mama, it's so nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing all right. Kicking back, talking with Robin right here. Robin, say hi, Robin, to Joe Mama.
Hi, Joe Mama.
Joe Mama, I appreciate you guys' continuous love and support. I really do, all the way out there from the lovely state of Ohio. Hope things are going well here. It is nice up there.
We've camped there before.
Yeah, I do like it out in Ohio. Looking at property all over the country right now, Ohio happens to be one of the areas that I am looking at buying. Not just the Virginia area, but I have locked in a nice chunk of land down in Virginia that I'm willing to go ahead and possibly purchase.
Virginia or Ohio?
Virginia.
Oh, I don't know. Virginia's laws are so...
Virginia, now, and we'll jump into the Virginia laws thing in a little bit. But right now, let's focus in on what we were originally talking about. 22 a day. The suicide rate still is not really shifting that much for veterans, even though we raise awareness for 22 a day.
Yeah, getting paid. People are getting paid, but that's not bringing down because they're not implementing appropriately.
So suicide rate we need to find a different direction to go to actually lower suicide. I have a direction as a presidential candidate which would ensure that all veterans receive 100% of their entitlements upon exiting military service due to the fact that most of these veterans at some point will be getting an injection. Okay, don't worry, this is a pen. I like this idea. I don't know what you guys think, but this idea right here, trying to raise awareness for things such as nurses, the people that, you know, take blood and stuff, like caregivers and all this other stuff. Hey, you got a pen. But,
it's a novelty item.
yeah, it's novelty, you know, stuff like that. But veteran treatment, if we're not seeing a decrease for over a decade of raising awareness for
What
22
they're
a
doing-
day, we're siphoning money from people and not getting the money directly to the people that need it.
Not only that, they're charging some veterans because they have other outside insurance, like Medicare, you know, and bullshit like that. And cutting back more and more of our resources without, I think, good reasoning.
Big Papa Bear, how you doing? Salute, much love and respect. Keep on doing what you do. I see those certificates coming in for you too. He's certified.
Oh, well, that's what the university has got, a nice certification program for that.
Yeah.
They don't go into the growing
Chips.
or any of that like some of the other cannabis certification programs.
So the can of weed that we are smoking tonight, what is this lovely flavor that I'm
Sour cantaloupe.
sour cantaloupe. It's sour, it's got a sour taste to it, and it's definitely got some kind of, you know, sweetness, kind of like a cantaloupe sweetness to it,
Right.
like a melony sweetness. Melanish. Is it
I-
melanish or melanie?
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit about that last night too.
The terpenes?
By the time, well, yes, because you have to have education. You don't come just looking for the highest percentage of THC,
No.
because you need to look at the terpenes, you need to look at the other profiles to see how it's going to do your system.
Yeah.
Every strain has different things for different issues to address. Some people can't do sativas. A lot of people with anxiety can't do sativas, you know. And me, I can't do indicas. You know, that kicks in a thing in my brain that makes things happen.
Yeah. Jamama, if you want to tap in and actually join the conversation, you can. Feel free. You are more than welcome.
I think the camaraderie stuff that we were talking about earlier is valid because they say, okay, he's isolated, we gotta get him out of the house, he hasn't been out all week, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's hard to trust people.
It really is. You know
Thank
what?
you for that validation. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it really is. It's hard. Once you put up barriers to protect yourself and people go into self-preserve mode, let's go ahead and make sure that we're guarded up, right? Especially with our emotions and stuff like this. It's hard to drop those and trust people. Especially if you've been done wrong
Violated.
multiple times in multiple different ways, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. People deal with trauma differently. And once those barriers go up, it's hard to bring those
You
down.
know that they have distinguished in the abuse community that the psychological component is valid.
Yeah.
That psychological abuse is considered a form of abuse under the statutes.
It is.
Verbal and psychological, that most definitely.
And we didn't notice this until what? The
80s, 90s.
No, we were first talking about it then, because at one point people were just told, "Suck it up, you'll be all right."
We're still told suck it up.
Hey,
What,
you know
what
what?
do you mean? We're still
As
told.
veterans, we're always told to suck it up. This is what we were taught in the military: suck it up and drive on, soldier. So
You got more people to kill.
yeah, we got more people to go out there and fucking hurt and kill later on down the line, right? We gotta get you back.
I don't know.
Just saying.
You know,
I'm not promoting violence, but that's.
I was never combat, but as a sensitive that I am, I feel that because I was around that with my veteran grandparents and things. My veteran died. My father was a veteran too.
No.
Navy veteran.
Joe Mama says survivors are stronger than narcissists. They are. They are.
Indeed, that is so true.
Yeah.
Your mama's coming out with them words of wisdom all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the question about the dab, hey, I would love to do a dab, but unfortunately I ain't got none. The only thing I got right now is some good flour.
I got some right now, but it's a Rio. I gotta break out the Rio.
Yeah, we're not gonna have enough time for all that right now.
We're not trying to do that. Yeah.
We're just jumping online, raising awareness. There's 22 a day. Right? The statistics right now are stating that it is not changing significantly.
Not significantly.
Even with all these fundraisers raising awareness, 22 a day. How do we lower suicide?
Wounded Warrior Project.
Wounded Warrior Project was a big ass scam for all those people
They're
out
still
there.
scamming people.
Still are.
They're
They
only a referral service, and it's only for post 9/11. So you have a majority of that are pre 9/11.
Yeah.
Because Desert Storm Persian Gulf was pre 9/11.
Yeah, Desert Storm, Persian Gulf, and all that other stuff in the first Bush, not the second Bush. They don't count for a lot of that stuff like Wounded Warrior Project, due to the fact that this Wounded Warrior Project was primarily focused in on the warriors coming back from the War of Terror.
The War on Terror, yeah.
War of Terror. We're going to switch up the wording tonight just because I really didn't. I still, to this day, disagree with the fact that we even went into Iraq.
Oh yeah, what business do we have?
We had
one
zero
so
fucking
far
reason to
from
be in
our backyard.
No.
You know, that's how kids get kidnapped. That's how people get hurt. And but you know, it started back way.
It's been going on for a long time.
Lawrence of Arabia. If you've never watched that movie in its entirety, it should really be watched. It's very educational.
Before we drift off topic completely, like we always do, because when Robin and I start going, we start going off on different topics. By the end of the night, I guarantee we're going to be talking about fucking something to do with food. Food will pop up in the conversation sometime here.
That's always one of the things I ask. What did you eat today?
Yeah. Oh shit! I had a sandwich.
You had some food. That's good.
I had some food. I made sure that I ate something. And look, I'm drinking something good. Coconut juice. That's right. Get you guys this coconut. You don't like coconut? I've been drinking a lot of soursop, and I've been drinking a lot
of the carrot and the ginger.
All right, back on topic.
Well, I think that the camaraderie is what they call peer support now.
Yeah, peer support groups.
But if they're still giving out Seroquel and all these drugs at the massive levels, one time I was on 400 milligrams of Seroquel a night.
I believe it.
That's how wretched things happened to me, and I no longer take, and I made sure they put in my chart, do not give me Seroquel. I made sure.
Yeah. And see, this is a problem. Okay, the VA is really good at prescribing veterans with medications that don't do any good for the veterans themselves. Half the medications that they put me on were antipsychotics, and giving a person that's not psychotic an antipsychotic makes them fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
For those people that don't understand this, you want to know why you get weird reactions from veterans. At some of the point, you have to look at what prescriptions are these guys being given, and the irresponsibility, the irresponsible. Hey, I'm trying so hard not to curse tonight.
Very good. Well, I want to encourage
All right.
On my YouTube channel. I put the whole panel discussion.
Yeah.
It's there in its entirety, and we address the massive use of these drugs that they're giving out, Seroquel, Klonopin, all these things that, what's the risk? Prozac. What's the first risk? Suicide. Why are you giving people the suicide ideation?
Now,
the medicine that can create the exact thing that you're trying to.
This is also very irresponsible of doctors, and within the administrations. I'll say administrations because it's not one administration really truly responsible. It's a continued fucking problem.
Right. Well, it's a dirty snowball.
Yeah,
it's a dirty snowball that lands on somebody's desk, and all they want to do is get rid of it before it starts melting on their desk.
So yeah, and because pharmaceuticals have led to our opiate epidemics here in the United States, the ones where people were ODing over heroin and stuff like this. Yes, big pharma played a big role in getting these people addicted to the point where they have to have the stuff in their system, because the VA is known for cutting you dry off medications without weaning you back.
The way it's supposed to.
The way it's supposed to. And this is why I'm thankful and grateful for my cannabis community, because you guys made it possible for me to get off all the opiate medications.
That was exactly the point of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's free on Amazon Prime. I'm going to post some of it on my page. I haven't gotten to that point yet. It was just yesterday.
So that's something that I like to point out. The fact that cannabis helps out with PTSD-related issues. And we need to start talking and focusing in on how can we really lower the numbers. Because obviously all these charities and things like this, you guys aren't doing that much.
Well,
you guys are doing something. It's nice. I appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm not going to say all are bad,
and they
but
put it back on the veteran. The veteran has to say something. If they're homeless, they're not going to reach out to the homeless veteran. The veteran has to call in and make the moves to do that. And that's very difficult when you're in places that people don't need to be in.
So the West Hollywood VA, West Hollywood, Los Angeles.
I'm not familiar.
Okay. That is the capital of homeless veterans right there. You guys want to know where the capital of the United States homeless veteran population is? It's at West Hollywood VA. LA. Now, getting to know some of those individuals that were sleeping on the streets and things like this, a lot of these individuals were still being filled to actually getting processed with their stuff because lost paperwork. Well, hey, I'm homeless now. I don't have any of the paperwork you guys are requesting.
This is what I've run into. Okay, so I filed my paper within the timeline, but it was not correct.
Okay.
And so I submitted it 2 more times still. So my last submission was February.
Yeah.
So now they're telling me I missed the deadline, and so I had to go to Fallon at the mayor's office. And she's helping me because I just have to file the form and say, look, I first filed this form on this date. As you can see, it was incorrect.
Yeah.
So the subsequent, I just needed a person.
Yeah, this is another thing. Veterans, we have to fight for every fucking thing we get. You have to learn how to advocate for yourself. You have to not trust just somebody to go out there and do their job, because obviously, if it hasn't happened yet, something slipped through the fucking cracks somewhere.
They say it's 3 years for the vote rehab.
Yeah,
they're behind by 3 years.
So the VA is backed up on a lot of different things. And then also another huge thing that contributes to this is family-related issues. Family-related issues. When a veteran comes back from a conflict, and we've been in conflict for close to over 20 years. Easily. Non-stop conflict after conflict after conflict.
30.
Man,
because the short period of time on uranium when it was peace didn't last.
No, not at all.
And so by the time the 80s were over, we were in conflict again.
And then what happened? Oh, we had...
We've got a whole new variety of veteran. The head trauma, the IED.
I'm still waiting to see what the real casualty numbers are from this Iran conflict, whatever we're calling it. I don't even want to talk about that, but I do want to discuss on how we can go ahead and be successful at helping lower the suicide rate here in the United States.
Check on your neighbors.
Check on your neighbors.
You know who the veterans are, and you check them.
If you know veterans within the community, make sure that they're doing all right. Ask them. Don't worry about what kind of look you guys get or anything like that. If you are happy that those people stood up and got messed up to protect you, the people, say thank you. Appreciate it.
Or is there anything that you need that I can do? Can I do something?
We as people need to be more humane about getting resources directly to those who need them the most. And the problem that I'm seeing right now taking place is we're too focused in on profit-driven markets when we should be looking at other
like
things.
the private prison privatization.
Anything that's going to make profit off the downfall of people is something that we shouldn't be really truly promoting or stacking behind 110%. Look at things such as Raytheon. Look at those companies right now. I could come up with a couple other companies out there like, Lockheed Martin. Like all the ammunition types and things like this. The companies that are building these things, if you guys want to help yourselves, I'm going to go ahead and just say, bet that we are going to see ourselves in a conflict in the upcoming future with Iran.
Or whomever. Who knows who's going to get involved?
Or China. Or Russia. We got a lot of things. So these are things I would bet on, because there is a Navy SEAL that just got done. He's getting arrested for betting on the fact that we're going to go capture him. And the Navy SEAL knew that they were going to go capture him. That's called insider trade knowledge type thing, right? So, anyways, let's go back to the focus. The focus is, people, 22, 18 a day. That's not...
It's still too many.
That's still too many.
And here's the thing, they made it so hard. Unless you have a firearm or something, they're not giving out the drugs. And the drugs that used to be helpful, they don't even allow it anymore, because now there's street drugs.
Yeah. And that's the problem. A lot of the solicited medications that we are forced to take, because if you don't take your medication, you could possibly lose your benefits.
Yeah.
That's another one. So a lot of people are afraid of that. You can't be afraid of that.
Yeah. It took Mr. Goodwin a very long time to get over his feelings to be able to apply for his service connection.
So, because of the vaccinations that we give our soldiers, I would go ahead and state that each and every one of these individuals that gets a vaccination from the United States military definitely deserves to receive 100% of their entitlements, not knowing...
My son had a reaction.
What and how people have reacted to the vaccines that we received.
He actually is being service-connected because his reaction put him in the hospital for 6 weeks.
But having financial stability would definitely help out a lot of these veterans that have lost everything, providing services for the fucking people.
I've seen it go that way. I've also seen it go where we have the homeless guy that's been homeless for 30 years.
Yeah.
His name is David. And
we also have to come to the acceptance that some people choose this lifestyle.
Well, he got everything, and his voucher and all that.
Yeah.
But he didn't change his habits.
No, and that's the thing.
He sleep in the stairwell.
But this is how people are comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, we people are like
just
water.
Giving them something doesn't mean it's going to fix the problem.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying is giving veterans 100% of their entitlements, knowing that we possibly took, say, time off your life, or the fact that the vaccines...
that I gave my life.
Or that you gave your life, or something like that. This is stuff that needs to be put in place to help these veterans. You guys want to lower the costs or the amount of suicide we have in our veteran community. The only way the American people, will ever be able to do that is if you take better care of your veteran community.
Yeah,
knowing
the American people, I think, want to make sure they go right, but it's the policies, and I think they're trying to privatize the VA care. I think they're eventually going to get rid of the VA medical centers, make us go in the community like everybody else. Because we're not the same as it was after World War II.
No.
It's a whole different world.
They're talking about this in the global economics forums and things like this. They're talking about how a lot of jobs are about to become very obsolete.
Yeah.
Everybody's job that everybody thinks is so secure. It's not. It's not.
My rating was dissolved.
Yeah.
What I was for my job in the military was dissolved and merged into another job title. Because now all the records are computerized.
So here's a fun story. I've been retired from the United States Army since 2008, 2009. Wow, it's been some time.
Not quite 20 years.
Yeah, we're coming up on it though. Coming up on it. And kicking back and being retired for so fucking long, I get bored because you can only do so many things. So I get involved in a lot of different things I love
I
to
wish I
do.
could say I was bored.
And the one thing that fucking kills me is the fact that the American people, right now, if Virginia goes through and follows through on what they're trying to do by eliminating the college electoral votes, you the people no longer are fucking free.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way anybody can run for the position. So what they're going to do is, if you're not a part of their club or registered with one of these major parties, well then you will never have a fucking voice. And guess what? People like me
don't exist.
We don't fit in. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not like these motherfuckers. I'm not eating motherfuckers. I'm not sleeping with anybody's kids or my own kids or none of that shit. Nothing. I'm just an average individual that's tired of the United States government's bullshit. And I believe I can provide a simple solution to a lot of the issues that we see here in the United States. We have an issue right now, currently in the United States, which is going to be driving up the stress level of a lot of individuals. And I hate to say this, some of you guys really need to smoke some fucking weed and slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get high-strung individuals, you guys are getting things done really quick, but you guys aren't seeing all the things that are...
Nuances.
Yeah.
You miss the nuances by sacrificing certain things.
And see, that's the thing. They could claim you're cured. That's another thing. We have a veteran out there saying that there's a cure for PTSD. There's no cure for...
No, there's studies for drugs for PTSD.
Yeah, there's studies for drugs.
But they range from... I'm checking it out. They range from a new pharmaceutical to acacia berries and then to another berries. They've got herbal studies for PTSD. Yeah. So, they're testing all kinds of things on PTSD.
Mr. Why, salute.
That is how they're making their money, because they're testing and testing and testing all the time, doing studies.
Yeah.
And getting people to do these testings for things that'll never, ever come to pass.
Yeah.
It's just a whole money laundering project that they put a name under. Some of these studies during COVID had 24 people.
Yeah.
And they said 80% of the participants. Well, 80% of 24 is not even 20 people. So how can you say 80% of
the population?
Yeah, when
this is the thing. I hate it when people throw numbers out there. Granted, you can take 100 people and get an answer, and it's definitely not going to be the same yes or no down the line out that 100 people. And the greater amount of number, the better of an idea of what you have. But you can't take just 20 people.
Exactly.
And especially if you're taking it from a selective group of people. Well, I'm going to go out into this one small... No, if you want to really actually do a fair and equal thing, you need to take somebody from each and every single demographic we have out here in the United States.
But the way that they're giving out the money, if they put certain restrictions, the money goes back into the till. And it's all the time. It's never really going anywhere.
But that is my promise to the American people. If you guys do elect me as the next president of the United States, I, Jeremy Bernheisel, will do everything possible to lower the amount of veterans we have committing and unaliving themselves.
And the unhoused. Whether it's choice or not, the option should be allowed.
And American people, we have placed judgment on people for the way they dress, for the things that they have. I urge you guys to start looking more along the lines of the character of an individual versus how much shiny shit they fucking possibly got. Because at the end of the day, your good deeds are going to speak for you. Just saying.
Yeah, it's not the things you got.
It's not the shit that you got. It's your deeds. How you're helping people and doing it like this. Karma is a motherfucker. And, you do good deeds and good deeds come back.
But there's also instant karma that sometimes is very nice.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes you get instant karma and it's cool. Sometimes that instant karma is a bitch.
but I appreciate everybody's support out there. I really do. And
Thank you, Jeremy.
yeah, well, thank you, Robin. Thank you for hosting me tonight. Hope you guys are all having a good one out there. Like I said, be prepared for those people that have been following me around for a long enough time. You guys already know. Make sure you guys have your essentials. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Dry foods, canned goods, dehydrated. Make sure you're stocked up because whatever's coming next might affect a lot of people. And I guarantee you,
Be prepared.
beans and rice is an excellent mix. You guys have a great one. Take care. Peace.
Good night, y'all.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? Good people. Much